Attractiveness is completely objective. I'm going to say right off the bat that is a false statement. Honestly, I wouldn't even say that's like a false or true statement. I think the idea of attractiveness, think about it this way. Attractiveness has changed so much throughout hundreds of years. What's attractive back then is obviously not viewed as attractive now. You know, in old, I forget if this was China or Japan. Back then, they would have women curl their toes like it's like this, so they're really tiny, and that was considered attractive. I don't think anyone would consider that attractive. Maybe you like that. I don't know. What's up, Panagos?
Today I'm gonna prove
2812
to you that looks are objective. So if you're ugly, it can be explained with math. If you look good, it can actually.
I don't think it can. Okay, so when you bring up math, because I know who this dude is. I know I've seen his videos before. He always like measures the he does measurements of your face. It seems like you got a negative canthal tilt. Seems like your jawline's a little big. A little too big actually.
Should be explained with math. I'm going to prove it to you today. You'll see.
I don't know. This guy looks like he has a little bit of a negative canthal tilt. Actually, it might be less than mine. It looks like his nose is a little disproportionate from his face, and his lips are kind of too perfect. So it seems like this guy might actually be AI.
And we're going to use...
I'm not going to make fun of his face, but he's basically doing the same thing that everyone else.
Taylor Hill as an example. Here's Taylor Hill. She's a top model. So we can quantify a face with measurements, with math. So for example...
You can quantify someone's face with measurements, but who's to say someone's idea of attractiveness has different measurements than other people? Because some people can think also attractiveness isn't just based on looks. I mean, yeah, most of the time attractiveness is based on looks, but attractiveness can like be based on like your personality, obviously. Like some people might say it doesn't matter if you're really attractive, you don't need to have a good personality. But I know from experience, I've had crushes on people that I thought looked like 10s. They went down to a 3 because they are complete assholes. I mean, like you can't make this shit up.
But we can look at...
I can say this guy's attractiveness level is about... I'd give it like a 3.2. I think he's just a little bit disproportionate. He's not very symmetrical if you look at it from here. This eye's a little raised more. This eyebrow's raised a little more. His mouth is a little lopsided. I don't know if he had a stroke or not.
At the tilt of the eyebrow. Certain tilt that's attractive for women, there's a certain tilt that's unattractive. So Taylor has a good tilt of the eyebrows. We can quantify...
But what defines this as attractive? Like, you can think this is attractive, but how is attractiveness told from a mathematical perspective? I understand measurements of face, but what I'm finding it hard to understand is how come this is considered the most attractive measurement?
So we can quantify to your cheekbones. These are ratios.
But what makes your jaws being wider than someone else's? What makes that less attractive than the other person? That's what I find it really hard to understand. If her jaw, like what makes her jaws, if her jaw was slightly bigger, I don't know why I said jaws. That was my fault. If her jaw was slightly more wide than it is now, what makes that significantly less attractive than as it is now?
Ratios that can quantify attractiveness. And you may think that's BS, but no, today I'm going to prove it to you by actually changing these ratios to make her look worse.
So I want you to prove that. I would love to see this. Because like you can say, yes, you can believe that she is less attractive if she doesn't have these specific ratios. But who's to say that other people think the same way? I might think she's just as attractive or more attractive. I could think she's significantly more attractive than she is now just by you changing her ratios.
We can predictably make her look worse based on math. Let's do it. So here we have Taylor. She's currently a 7.8, and let's see how we can...
7.8? You said she has perfect dimensions. What do you mean?
Change her score. So let's go to her eyes. Canthal tilt. So this is how up or down turned her eyes are.
I want to know what this website is called. What is it? Face GPT? I'm going to measure my face. They're going to give me like a 5. No, they're going to give me like a 1. They're actually going to give me like I'd say like a 2.3. If you ever put any of this into like a face filter that analyzes your face, please don't take that to offense, because that will really like tarnish your self-esteem. Like, this is what I don't understand. I don't like about this type of content. Like, this dude in his description says, find out where you stand and how to improve. But like, this is very, this isn't good, because it's like, basically telling people, hey, you don't look good and that's not okay. I mean, I don't know. What I'm wondering is, are you saying that it's not okay for them to look bad or not attractive? Or are you saying that it's okay, but I'm just telling you this straight up that you're not attractive? And me. Anemone. All right, I'm going to put my image into a face filter. Okay, I'm going to say, rate this. Rate my face. Rate my attractiveness. They're going to be too nice. From 1 to 10. Rate my attractiveness from 1 to 10. This is the picture that I have. I'm going to be straightforward with you. You're around a 6.5 out of 10. That's a solid, slightly above average baseline, and the good news is you got features that can be elevated pretty easily with styling. Face shape, slightly round, oval. I've been told that. Okay, hair is thick with good volume, but currently a bit unstructured on top. Yeah, because I haven't styled it today. I'm sorry. Skin, generally clear, just a bit of uneven tone. Nothing I can do about that. Facial hair, very light, not adding definition right now. I cannot grow facial hair. I might as well shave. I might as well just, like, fuck off. Brown eyes, balanced and neutral. No issues there. So, this is a better score than I thought. I'd also like to add that this is probably a lot much better advice that I'm probably going to get from this guy. This guy charges $10 to rate your face. I did this shit for free. Use ChatGPT. It's really not that hard. All you got to do, and they'd probably give you better advice than some random guy on the internet. I guarantee if this dude, I'm not paying the fucking $10 to do that, because this dude charges $10 to rate your face. I feel like this dude would rate me a lot lower, just based on my assumption, but you know, that could be whatever. I should have worn my glasses! God damn it! How to level up hair. Biggest upgrade potential. Go for a cleaner fade on the sides and more controlled volume on top. Styles to try. Textured crop, messy quiff. I almost read that as messy queef. What the hell? Or short pompadour. I can go for a pompadour. Right now it looks a bit puffy. Adding structure will sharpen your face. The Sigma has returned. Holy shit. Bro just made a different account. If you say one wrong thing... If you say one thing that is slightly creepy or weird, dude, all you got to do is just act like a normal human being. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to ban you right now because you have been given so many warnings, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Just act normal and I won't ban you.
Change that. Boom.
So wait a minute. Wait, I just realized. She's a 7.8 according to this. I'm a 6.5. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I feel like ChatGPT's too nice.
Turned her eyes are. Let's change that. Boom.
So it's a negative Canthal tilt.
Reduce her score. You can play.
I don't know.
Her eyes.
Boom. I don't think that looks bad. I don't think that looks worse. ChatGPT is way too nice for a rating. Use an actual Discord for it. No, dude, I didn't just use ChatGPT. I used a face analyzer, and I gotta say, like, they were like, "Oh, I just gotta be straight up. You're on a 6.5. You're not really that good looking."
Boom. But
like, I don't think that looks bad. Am I wrong? Like, I feel like a lot of people dig like the negative Canthal. I'm using Canthal tilt as its like basic lingo. Like, I don't know who created that word.
Reduce your score. You can play that back. Look at the change, or we can just drag it.
Basically the same thing.
Do you see? She looks worse now. There we are. Okay, that's one.
Okay, but like that's not really proving anything. This is what I mean. You're saying, see, she looks worse now. But that doesn't prove anything. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I got a 9.6 on a face analyzer. Good for you, man. Good for you. Well, you're one of those lucky fucks in this world. I swear. Some people have it lucky. Some people will just get straight into the job market. Some people right away, they'll look at you and be like, oh, you're a perfect fit for this role. No, but like, I don't see, like, you might see she looks less attractive. She looks worse. I don't see that. Like, what are we on? It barely looks any different. Like, it looks like a normal person. Look, she's significantly attractive. There's no way I'd say she's a 7.5.
She looks worse now. There we are. Okay, that's one change. Let's make another change.
It's all the same score, really?
Maybe that's, just maybe a one-off. Let's change something else. Intercanthal distance. This is the spacing of her eyes. Let's change this. Boom. Reduced her score.
Okay. But that's not proving anything. Again, she doesn't look worse than she does here. I don't understand. How does this look worse? Okay, no, that you're just overdoing it. That's an unrealistic face look.
This is the spacing of her eyes. Let's change this. Boom. Reduced her score.
I don't understand that.
We can predictably
I'm doing good.
Make her look worse.
How are you?
Will always
Dude, but that's unrealistic. No one looks like that.
Score. At the extremes, it's going to look weird.
No one looks like this. I want to see these comments. I think ugliness is objective, but after a certain threshold, beauty becomes subjective. I don't know. Because, okay, yeah, obviously, if you're quote-unquote ugly, I don't like to use that word because that's kind of just mean. But, like, he's trying to prove a point, but that's an unrealistic look. Like, no one looks like that unless you have some kind of facial disformity or deformity. You might be able to reduce objective beauty down to math based on optimal health indicators and bone development or whatnot, but the actual feeling of attraction towards a person will always be a subjective reaction that the individual can really verify. Plenty of girls would rate a 5 feel more attractive than to the ones you'd give an 8 because of their more objectively aesthetic features. Like, yeah, attractiveness isn't just looks. Like, the act of being attracted to someone is completely different from looking at someone and say, hey, they're objectively attractive. I'm not going to say that she's not attractive, but am I attracted to her? I have a girlfriend, so I really don't have a say. I don't have a say in that. I gotta watch what I say. She's going to shoot me.
It's so crazy of a movement. But the point is,
but no one looks like that. That's my point.
There's an objective spacing of the eyes you want, and as we stray, she has good eye spacing initially.
But this could look... What? Okay, let me explain something. This could look attractive somewhere else, and just not... We're in America. I'm assuming he lives in America. It could be Canada. I don't know. But this could look different for someone else. This could be really attractive to someone. The point is, like, what I'm trying to make is what makes this specific point
predictably see her score get worse.
What makes this normal? Who decided that this is the normal width that eyes should be in order to be considered perfectly attractive? What makes this the most attractive trait or wideness of eyes? That's what I don't understand. Who specifically decided that this is the perfectness of eye widthness? I don't know how else to explain it. You know what I mean.
And as we stray, she has good eye spacing initially. As we stray this ratio, we can predictably see her score get worse. Let's look at it before and after. See? The rotation and spacing of the eyes was objectively made worse.
Even this, like, hold on. Even this. Like, I would not say that's ugly. I would not give that a 5 or a 6 point whatever. Think about it this way. I got a 6.5 for this shit. This shit right here got a 6.5. There's no way that is less than that. There's no way.
The rotation and spacing of the eyes was objectively made worse.
I know actresses that have wider eyes, and that's attractive to a lot of people.
Objectively. This will look worse every single time.
Like, who's that one actress from, the only one I know her in it was Ted. Ted 2. But she's in that one movie, The Babysitter or whatever, or The Nanny. This girl. She has a wider face shape, wider eyes. But she is considered to most people attractive. So, like, what makes her less attractive than this girl right here? I don't understand. Like, you can say this girl's more attractive than her, but you could also say this girl's more attractive than her. It's definitely based on how, like, what your opinion is. In my opinion, I think they're both attractive, so I have no say in it. But, it's different opinion.
We can add more things. We can go to her nose. We can make her nose wider. And these things will compound.
But in different cultures, that's considered different. People, like, okay, let me give an example. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but in a lot of Middle Eastern countries, having a bigger nose is considered more attractive in the Middle East. I'm almost positive on that. But having a bigger nose there is considered more attractive than having a smaller nose based on how they grew up, what their culture. It's different based on where you are, perspective of different people. Like if people rated this as the most attractive woman, then he would be talking about it differently. If on this website, this was considered the peak female attractiveness, he would say, this is the best. This is wrong. It wouldn't matter. He would not. That's what I'm saying. Like if the website for some reason said that this is the peak attractiveness, you can't get any more attractive than this, then he would say the exact opposite in this video.
Guys, was objectively made worse. Objectively. This will look worse every single time. We can add.
But you say objectively this will look worse, but looking worse is a subjective statement. Hey, you look worse today. That is an opinion. You look worse than him. That is an opinion. That is objectively an opinion. So I think attractiveness is objectively subjective.
Add more things. We can go to her nose. We can make her nose wider.
Yo, what's up, Panagos?
And these things will compound. This is predictable. This is based on math. I can do this all day.
But this isn't based on math. That's what, he doesn't understand that. This isn't based on math. I want you to, I honestly am curious on what you think. This is just not for my self-esteem. Rate me from 1 to 10. I'd probably give you like a 2. Probably like a, 2.5 if you're being lucky. On good days, you might be a 3. But like, I don't understand. With the point I made, I already made my point. You don't even need to I don't even need to explain myself.
It is predictable. It's objective. Let's actually make a new simulation and let's actually improve her. So let's see. Okay, we did a genioplasty. Let's look at the side profile. You see, it's an improvement there. Look at that. It's
because her chin is smaller. In some cultures, big chins are considered attractive. What's the difference between her? Like, if you ask anyone from a different country that says she's attractive, what's different? What makes their opinion wrong from the other person? It's based on how you grew up, how you perceive different things.
It's all math. Like, the way you look is all math.
No, it is not!
People don't understand this. And
look, I'm not trying to get mad at this dude, but it just, like, this type of mentality just kind of puts the, like, specifically young men. Like, I mean, I'd say a lot of young women, like, they feel, like, bad about themselves, but like a lot of young men will feel bad and try everything they can to fix the way they look, but no one is telling them it doesn't matter how you look as long as you're happy. Like, that should be the way of life. You shouldn't care how you look. You shouldn't care how other people think you look as long as you are living a good life. You're successful, you're married, whatever, or if you don't want to get married, whatever makes you happy.
Let's do another face just to show this to you. Okay, here we have John Eric Hexon. This guy was, a heartthrob back in the day. He was an actor before he shot himself in the head. True story. Here he is. He gets an 8.2 in harmony, 8.6.
Technically, he didn't mean to kill himself. It was like an accident. Well, he didn't know that blank rounds would kill him. I'm very confused on that.
0.6 overall. That's really high, by the way. That's like the upper echelons. So this is really, really good score. So let's go to
I'd say he's an attractive man. I'd say he is significantly attractive.
Let's make a new simulation and let's just mess around. Okay, so let's pay attention to his current harmony. And look at these numbers. It's an 8.2. Let's change something and make him, and we'll see how
I'd say like his nose is a little, one side is bigger than the other. It's a little crooked right now. He's not very symmetrical, but
it affects the objective score. Let's say Ailer width. This is an easy one. Increase the size of his nose. That reduces score. Let's do it the other way.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like people can see big noses as more attractive than smaller noses. It's based on your opinion. It's opinionated.
Score.
I'm not going to go through this whole video because basically he's just saying the exact same thing. He's just giving examples.
We can do. And we have Face GPT Simulate where you can just talk to the bot. So let's see what we're going to say.
Tom Holland got a 5.8?
Correct Tom Holland's protruding ears. He has ears protruding.
You can't correct your protruding ears. I got ears. I got big ass ears. People have said I look like a monkey. You can't fix that. I remember seeing a video on TikTok where it was like, do you fucking hate your ears? Get some ear tape where you can push your ears back. I'm like, this is what would happen if I pushed my ears back. It doesn't really look good, does it? It doesn't really look good. I look more oval. I think I look better with the ears popped out like that, but that's just my opinion.
You can just say it. You just talk to the bot, it'll do it for you. It's pretty crazy. Like, there's not enough
you only gotta pay like $300 a month, but it's not that big of a deal.
software like this, which is why I'm just so
Not if you're not a fucking brokey.
fucking proud. Boom. Look
If
at
you
that.
don't join
That's
me,
crazy.
I will leave. I said I'll join in a minute.
You just talk to it. Done. I don't, like, we can go to fine tune and see
Yeah,
what
but this is an app or a website. How is this considered correct? Like, I also don't understand that. How are you basing all this logic off of a random website that you found? Like, I don't understand. Look, the website says it's true, so it has to be true. That's like when people who are very religious bring up the Bible to prove God exists. Like, obviously, you don't know if God exists. It's called belief. You don't know, you're not 100% sure, or you're not supposed to, like, know 100%, yeah, he's real. It's called belief. I believe he's real. I don't know he's real, but I believe it. But, like, it's like when they bring up scriptures from the Bible and say, look, they say God is real right here. That means that you're proven wrong. God is real. That's not how it works.
else we want to do. Like, I'll just show you guys. Let's mess with
I don't know. Was that a good analogy? I don't know.
his intercanthal distance. Boom. Reduce his score, he looks worse. Boom. Reduce his score, he looks worse.
Okay, but some people might think that looks good.
It's just predictable. Yeah. I think if you watch this video and you don't understand that facial attractiveness is completely quantifiable by math, at this point, then I don't think you want to accept reality. And that
Yeah, I think you want to accept reality that you're a fucking ugly bitch. But you know,
Like, it's not that I don't want to accept reality. I'm accepting right now I'm not attractive. Some people might think I'm attractive. I don't think I'm the most attractive. I don't think I'm attractive at all. I'm just a normal. I hope I'm normal. Could be below average. Who knows? But I think that the idea, because some people have said I'm attractive. Some people have said I'm chopped. Some people have said that I'm ugly as shit. Some people said that they're attracted to me. It's completely based on how they perceive looks.
that's okay. It's no skin off my nose, but
although if you do want to get skin off your nose, I do recommend checking out my facial surgery. I will be doing it personally. You can just trim some of your nose off if it's too fucking big, like your fucking grandpa. Yeah, I can trim some of that, make it a little curved, you know.
you actually want to
Actually, Peppy, you personally, I'm gonna kidnap you and then make your face look like a goddess, or a god.
get the life partner you want, the attractive guy or girl that you want. If you want to be seen as attractive, I have work to do myself, but if you do want to be seen as attractive, you need to be tracking these metrics, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, that's your opinion. But, like, in my opinion, I think that you will find someone that will love you for you. Doesn't matter on your looks. And there's always someone for some people. Like, it doesn't matter how attractive you are. There's this one video where this dude was like, I'm ugly or whatever, and this is my story. I'm gonna try to find that video. Being ugly, my experience. Hold on, let me go to his most popular one.
So first of all, this is my microphone. It's quite
I wouldn't even say he's like the ugliest person in the world. I don't know, maybe that's just my bias. And then one of his donors said, "You're kind of cute, to be honest. I mean it." And then what happened? Her. She is attractive. And he married her. They got together. Or wedding. She literally married her. Or he literally married her. Like, I don't understand. What do you mean? Like, you can't, like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, yeah, most people, if you're significantly unattractive, like, yeah, sure, if you're considered unattractive to most people, yeah, people will not talk to you as much as if you were attractive. But, like, attractiveness isn't just based on looks, in my humble opinion. Attractiveness can be whether you're successful, you are very outgoing. You can be, like, significantly, like, you could be below average, but you could be like a funny motherfucker and just get all the girls. But like, take me for example. I'm ugly. I'm not good looking. I'm ugly as shit. And I mean, I have a girlfriend. We've been dating for 4 years. So like, take that into mind.
Because if you don't know what's wrong with your face, how are you going to fix it?
But you shouldn't tell them that there's anything wrong with their face. Like, obviously, if they're not groomed, or they're not, like, they don't get a haircut, they don't wash their face, they don't shower, yeah, tell them. I will be in full support, tell them. Like, if they're significantly unattractive because of how they take care of themselves, then I would tell them straight up, dude, you need to shower, get a haircut, clean your face. Like, that's, oh my God. I can't tell if this is rage bait or if you're like 5 years old. Like, genuinely. I will join. I'm being very patient with you. I'm not a mean person. I don't try to be mean. But I'm being really patient with you. I said I'll join after the reacts. You can leave if you want. I don't care. But I said we can play Roblox. Just let me do my reacts! Sorry.
Like, I know everything that's wrong with my face. I know what I need to do. I understand. Like, from an objective perspective, I understand 100%. My eyes need to be more upturned. My eyebrows need to be vertically taller. My jaw's a little bit too wide. I understand what's wrong with my face. Objectively.
But there's nothing you can do about it. So you should just accept that.
Now I know what I need to do to improve it. Like Tom.
There is nothing you can do to improve how your eyes look. You can't improve how your eyes are turned. You can't improve how defined your jawline is. Now, if you're a little heavier like I am, yes, you can lose weight to maybe show your jawline a little bit. Mewing doesn't help. Me going like this, like that doesn't help. I don't know, like people always say you gotta mew, you can't have your tongue like this. You gotta have it like this. I do that all the time. I feel like most people do that. They always have their tongue on the roof of their mouth when they're resting.
In the software, we understand what's wrong. Okay, the ear protrusion angle, we're measuring.
But you can't fix that! Unless you have, like, tons of money for surgery, sure. You can get plastic surgery. You can get, like, different surgeries to change the way your face looks. But most of the time, you're going to be botched. You're not going to look good. You're going to look worse. I think he's saying that objectively, this guy's not attractive. See, I understand, like, if you say, it's okay if you're not attractive. It's okay if you're not attractive to a lot of people, but you should accept that. You should accept that you're not attractive and work on different parts of your life that you can control rather than the things you can't control. That's completely fine.
Software says, man.
And if you have the money for plastic surgery, go the fuck ahead. If you're an adult, you have money for plastic surgery, I don't give a shit. It's your body.
Protruded ears, and it's accurate. And we just went to simulate. You click the procedure and it.
But then this guy is married! He's married and he's a successful actor. So none of that should matter. He is already successful in life. He's peaked. He's peaked in life. He might peak even more. He might be rising more. Doesn't matter how he looks. Doesn't matter if he's a 6.1 out of 10. He's a successful actor. He's married to another attractive, successful actor. Why does any of this matter?
It does it. Done. Shows you how much your score will improve. That concludes the video. Like, hopefully you understand facial attractiveness is measurable and objective.
So this entire video, he's just basically giving examples and saying the exact same thing over and over again. See, look, this website says that it will change your score just by changing the way your face looks, just by changing the wideness of your bones. Look at that. It changes. There we go. That's proof. That's not proof. That's basing your logic off of a random website that has no scientific or backed evidence ever. It's just, I don't know what to say. I feel like people who point out other people's looks and say, oh, they should do that or they should do this are insecure about themselves. Yeah, he explained that he has stuff that he needs to work on, which I'm fine if it's like stuff that you can't control or that you can control. Like, I could admit that I need to lose weight. I'm working on that. I could build a little bit of muscle. I could, like get a haircut, fix my hair back, get a new style. We'll work on new styles. But What does that have to do with like stuff that's stuff you can control? Weight loss, building muscle, getting a haircut, partly like maybe growing facial hair if you can, but you know, some people just can't. I can't.
I understand. Like from an objective.
But like, and I'm not gonna like bring up, oh, but you can't be talking because look at you because like I'm not gonna get into his looks. I don't think he's an unattractive person. I don't think he's not attractive because I think he has some good looks. But the problem is that you're putting this like sentiment in people's heads, especially specifically young men and women, that you're not attractive, or if you're not attractive, you need to fix that because you will get nowhere in life if you're not attractive. Exactly. Also, if you want my honesty, you really do not look bad at all for your age. Even when I'm saying this, it shouldn't matter what other people say. It should matter what you think. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm attractive. I don't think I'm that attractive, but some people might say, this is like the point I'm trying to make is some people might say I'm attractive. Some people might say I'm ugly as fuck. I've gotten so many comments of people saying that I'm an ugly piece of shit. Let me show you one of the comments. This screenshot is a little unsettling. He said, "You chopped as fuck." Just straight up. All honesty. By the way, for the people who say that I'm weird for making this video, I made this video not knowing that it was a filter that only goes up to 10. Like, what? But yeah, that's pretty much the entire video. Like, I really don't understand this guy's point. I mean, he obviously, he has a subjective opinion that attractiveness is objective. That is an opinion. You can think that. Like there's no way to prove or disprove that. You know, I can't disprove that it's, I mean, I could. I mean, you can make points and stuff. All I understood from this video is that attractiveness is subjective. So the opposite, he actually made you believe the opposite of the title, of what the point he's trying to come across.
With all these assessments, see your best and worst features.
But I don't understand. Is this his own website?
Like for Taylor Hill.
Oh my God, this changes everything. Oh my God. This is your own website. What? That's like an author of a book making an opinion and using that as evidence to prove his opinion is right. Like, this just changed my entire perspective of this video. He's not just basing it off of some random website. He is basing it off his own fucking website. Are you kidding me? No, this entire video is just, I hate this video. My God, dude. You can't really tell me that this is how you prove it by showing your own work. This is your own website. I could just make up a website and say pretty much anything and use that as proof to get my point across. Hey, Hitler was a good person. Hitler was an awesome human being, and I can prove it with math. Just go to my website, peppy45.com, and I will prove everything to you. Like that doesn't make any sense. I don't know if you made the website or if you're basing your channel off the website. Like, what are you doing?
Eyebrow thickness ratio. It shows it's a bit masculine. Like, then you can groom your eyebrows. Like, if you...
Yeah, you should. You're gonna clip that?
Really want the best software to understand your face, so then you can actually start the transformation.
I don't, is anyone even getting on this? Like, is anyone even talking about this? I don't see anyone talking about this. That's what I'm saying. Cultural differences and preferences still heavily influence how attractive you find someone. It's why white men think Zendaya is mid. Yeah, and some people think she's attractive. It's like, you know, what? Some people are hopelessly attracted to children. Was he trying to make a joke? What are we doing? Give him positive Canthal tilt. You know, I wish I had a positive Canthal tilt. That's like my wish. You know the movie The Long Walk? Dude, there's this movie called The Long Walk. Basically, you're just walking through a straight line with 50 other people, and then you're the last. You have to be the last one that survives. And then at the end, you get like unlimited money, and you get one wish at the end. What if someone just wishes, hey, can you give me a positive Canthal tilt? Do you think they do that? See, I guess my point is... What's it called? Like, the point that I made in the beginning of the video, I think, okay, I'm not like an expert on this, but a positive Canthal tilt is where your eyes are like this. Like, they're more up. They're not like, you know, I'll show you. Like, you know what hunter eyes are? Wait, I reacted to this guy. Holy shit. This is one of my favorite guys.
I spent an entire month exploring techniques and exercises to develop
It
hunter
doesn't.
eyes.
So, yeah, this is my peak
form of being a human. I know I might look like a fake person. I know I look photoshopped or I look like an alien, but you know.
What I discovered, what happened, and what that even means.
What? If you want predator eyes, just start making Minecraft content? Nah. Dude, that's actually crazy. Yeah, look! Wilbur suit! Look at him!
Explain.
They don't really work. Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Position, it actually does look like I got some
It does not. Maybe your eyes are a little like this because you're like squinting a bit, or your eyes are more wide here.
additional hooding over my left eye. In fact, maybe even both.
You're the only difference. I wouldn't even say that. It's just the lighting as well.
Left eye. In
Like this, he has more lighting here than he does here.
fact, maybe even both.
He's also wearing darker clothing. He's wearing no clothing in this one, like no shirt.
And now comparing the force positions, in my opinion, it doesn't look like I'm artificially forcing it as
Dude, it does make a difference.
much in the afters.
I want to see the comments. This guy's like the king of body dysmorphia. More like the king of testing out and exposing the BS of toxic looks maxing bubble on social media. Yeah. Like most of the stuff he does doesn't really like necessarily work. But, you know. Bro, just be angry 20... Someone said, bro, just be angry 24/7. Yes, dude. Just be like this. Just like always be angry. Never have a good personality. If you want to look the best possible, just always have like a very shitty, rude personality. All right, we're going to be reacting to a couple more videos.